Welcome back to another episode of the Mostly Good Americans podcast. My name is Azer Wind.
My name is Graham.
My name is Kentakemypic.
The boy Kevin Solstice.
And we're here today to interview a very special figure, a very important photographer in our local scene, but also somebody that has taken some photographs of some pretty great people. So for people that don't know, what do you do?
Well, I'm a photographer, mostly like candid is like my style of photography. Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much I make like masks and stuff too. Like now I'm like dabbling in like videography, trying to get into that. But I feel like I already mastered. I'm already comfortable and have my style of photography. So now I want to take on something else.
Right.
So I'm like how like I learned photography like by myself without any like watching YouTube videos, stuff like that. I'm like doing it now with videography.
Yeah. And you've done a couple different forms of media. One of those being, we slightly mentioned the clothing. You're wearing one of your pieces right now.
Yeah.
Is it signed by yourself?
Oh yeah. You know,
Signed.
you know what it was? No.
Can you show it off real quick?
One of one.
Show it off to the people.
With the fucking signature. No, what happened was Kevin invited me to this like what was it? It was like a cipher. Yeah, it was like a cipher video. And as soon as I pulled up there, like we're greeting everybody, and somebody was like, "Yo, I need that hat." Like they were trying to buy it off of me, like right there and then. But I had something else to go to later on, so I was like, "Nah." But like I'll give it to you. Like I see you want it bad, so I'll give it to you. And he was like, "Bro, I want you to sign it." Mm-hmm. So he had me sign it there and then. But I don't know, some miscommunication down the road. Like it was like a lot of steps to give it to him. I'm not gonna lie, so I haven't yet give it to him. So I've just been rocking it up. So now when I do give it to him, it's like more personal now. Now
it's been mentioned on this podcast too. So I hope the guy who gets this like sees this episode and is like, damn, I own a piece of West Palm history right now.
Yeah. Facts.
But speaking of history, you've been involved in this scene for like quite a minute. You want to talk about some of the like characters and the places you've been in?
Yeah,
the rooms that you've been in to get these cool pictures of these guys.
Can take my pick.
Well, I've been doing it for a long time. It all just comes down to me and the right people at the right time, and just talking to everybody. But I think my drive for it is like having to, wanting to know everybody, getting to know people personally. But, doing all that stuff, it leads you to be in rooms like, being there with artists where like huge artists could be in the next room, or just being surrounded by like different characters, like members only. Like I was in Miami and going to some club, it was like X's birthday. And I think a homie of mine told me it was like there. I was like, all right, bet. I pulled up and I brought my camera into the club, taking pictures of everything. And then, I think one of the members only, I think it was Bass, he saw me. He was like, yo, like, come to the back in their section. And I just started taking pictures of them. And, right there and then before I even left, they were like, yo, like, come to the studio the next day. Mm-hmm. And so just like being in the room with like, and it's like X's like studio, because they have like his plaques all over the walls and stuff. And just like, those type of moments,
Yeah, just right place, right time. Right, you happen to have the camera, you look fly.
Yeah, bro.
It just works out.
Yeah. But I love Candid though. That's why, it's all at the right time, the right place, the right people. There's like, I don't plan anything, if I see like, if I have a feeling like, I'll just take the picture and, it'll just.
Yeah, I've noticed that because I've seen you did a lot of work with like, a lot of the local shows here. Like you got some really dope pics and documented some cool stuff. But like you would be on stage with motherfuckers and I would see you take maybe like 4 pics the whole set. You just are like boom. And then I was like, but it does take you like you're not one of those people that just like click and then like source through everything. You really are like now, boom.
Yeah.
Like so it's,
when I was doing those type of shows and just like anything, I was seeing a lot of photographers that were there just like clicking away. And it's like, God, bro. Like I see it, like I feel you, like you want to get the right shot, and so you take multiple shots. But
You gotta wait for that moment.
Yeah, I mean, it's just me personally. That's just my style.
That's what separates. That's your artistic separation.
But I definitely I'm like attached to my camera like emotionally. Like it's like a part of me. It's like another part of me. And like when people take pictures of my camera, like I have people hold it for some reason, whatever, and they like just mess around and take pictures. They're like, bro, these settings are amazing. Like it's just like everything. And I barely do anything to my camera, and it just comes out.
Yeah.
No, I feel like it's a lot. It's like 50-50 with like what you take pictures of, how it looks, and then the other 50% is like editing, for sure.
Do you have like an editing process?
I have my own presets. Yeah,
okay.
I make my own
secret sauce.
Yeah, I have my own. I was thinking about like selling my presets, but I was like, bro, I would make different stuff that I like and then sell those. But my personal is my personal.
I feel that you don't want to give away too much. Yeah, you can't give away too much, bro. You can't give away too much.
For sure.
So can we give Mr. Solstice an introduction over here? How
this
did
is my homie, one of my best friends.
That's my boy, my brother. You already fucking know, bro.
Hell yeah, Kevin Solstice.
So how did you and Kevin come into contact?
I think just going to shows, and we were both there, and we eventually were gonna cross paths one way or another.
Years back, man.
Yeah.
Like just the most random shows back in Dreamhouse.
Yeah.
Dreamhouse is an era.
You honestly taught me everything I know about photography.
Because I remember you from the Dreamhouse era.
Yeah.
Probably, were you still going by Kevin Solstice back then?
Yeah. I mean, I performed like twice over there.
Right.
That's really, I was really more like showing up face, supporting, just even helping out with the actual shows, like being the front door dude, and all that. But like that's how I met this guy, how I met a lot of people in West Palm, just Dreamhouse. Shout to them. They don't exist no more, but
it's not the first time Dreamhouse has come up on this podcast.
I was like, shout out Ali. The Ali interview just dropped.
Yeah, Ali interview just dropped.
no,
Yeah.
Yeah, he was just on the podcast. Yeah,
Shout to the boy. Okay.
Yeah, he was the last episode we just did. But yeah, I was like, so I guess like coming up together in this area, how do you guys feel like you influenced each other? Like you said, you learned a lot of photography. Ken, what have you learned from Kevin?
I feel like Kevin is like a realistic person. So like when he wants to do something, like it's a realistic thing that he wants to do. And I mean, in anything, like whatever, like he wants to be a big artist. Like I know, like it's possible. Just the way that Kevin moves and stuff. But Kevin definitely, he's definitely helped me like think things in different ways for sure. Yeah.
Like a bouncing ideas.
We try to plan steps to do shit. Like, we try to make sure like like you said, like realistic. We're just kind of like not so out of bound, but at the same time follow the steps and actually take action. Like we throw shows together. That one back in Lake Worth, that was Sugar Plum, right?
Sugar Plum.
We threw an event together and out of nowhere, for example, like it was a good ass show, right? We even had what's his face?
John Wick, I think.
John Wick.
He's a part of Sniper Gang.
No, he's Kodak's brother.
Oh, he's Kodak's brother?
He's Kodak's fucking
What the
brother.
fuck?
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
I think he's part of Sniper Gang.
I think he's not.
John Wick.
Okay, so we had a slight technical difficulty for a second, but when we left off, we were talking about this event where Kodak Black's brother pulled up.
Yeah. He ended up performing. Yeah. He did like a little slight show. He was like, he thought that was like a good vibe. He was like, yo, you want me to perform real quick? And I honestly, at the time, I didn't know who he was, but I just kind of saw that he was rocking around with Sniper Gang. I think there was that one guy, Ado. He was, he brought him over. And it was like a surprise. Like I was like after this show where I found out, I'm like, yo, okay, we just had this guy perform, bro. Like, all right, that's clutch as fuck,
Shout out Ado for sure.
For that
boy's doing his thing.
Yeah, bro. I haven't seen him in a minute, but no, that was a good ass show. Facts. Shit.
Yeah, I love that, bro. I ain't gonna lie, because I think me and Kevin have like the same like ideology. Or like, well, not ideology, but we have like thing where we want to put West Palm on the give it a platform, because there's a lot of talented artists, people just all over that are creative. They they don't get the recognition that they deserve, but I think me and Kevin, when we do that show, that's why it was so important to us.
Just trying to give artists hope, bro.
Yeah, we did it the right way, because usually these artists have to pay to perform.
Yeah.
And we paid our performers.
That's our biggest.
That is
we've discussed this in the past.
Yeah, I was like, dude, that is so sick because people be taking advantage of artists that, like, really, like, you should have like an open mic or something, charging people money to perform.
It's kind of crazy.
Bringing people to the
the whole reason everybody is there is for them. So they pretty much have the leverage, but it's not huge artists that can be like, oh, like I'm so and so, like give me this much, or whatever. But that's why it was important, because we want to bring the light to everybody, bro.
Even if it was like less than $50, bro.
Yeah.
Like, yo, here, take this. Yeah. We're not charging you to perform.
I think what we did is we gave everybody a percentage of like
their sales,
and then at the end of the night we gave them like a piece of the pie.
That's fire. That's
and we still made our money back, and everything, So it was a pretty good, model, like business model, but there's definitely some flaws that could be,
right.
But
I feel like that model motivated the artists to sell, bro.
For sure.
Because like, yo, let's be honest, like if you're out here, to perform, that's one thing, but now you're out here making bread off that shit too. Like, you're gonna be trying to sell that shit, like,
right?
And I feel like if people out here like they're not getting bread off that shit, just pay your fee and show up and perform.
There's like promotion, like if you, especially like you said, getting part of the ticket sales, like being able to like hustle and like it's creative and it's additive to the community as opposed to like working at like a 9 like not saying we don't need 9 to 5 jobs, but like giving people a chance to express themselves and like have it aid in their life instead of like having to pay to express yourself. I was like, society makes us pay to express ourselves all the time. I was like, you guys gave people a place to make it their own, which I think is dope.
Was that your initial goal? When you had come into the arts and like the underground scene here and started taking pictures, or did that just happen as like a natural, or was that like I want to do this?
I think I just like taking pictures. Honestly, I like taking
it's
pictures.
Your expression. It's your
I
expression.
like taking pictures and meeting new people because I love interacting with new people, and that's pretty much what everything started from. Just wanting to take good pictures. I was taking pictures as a legit, like.
I was just gonna ask when what was your childhood like with that? Were you always interested in photos?
Yeah, I was born like 1999, so like I was still like growing up without like. I remember my first phone was like a fucking little Metro PCS fucking phone, like
Snake game.
It was like a minute phone, bro. It was like, bro. And like now I see my sisters, like my first sister got like a iPhone, bro. I was like, bro, this kid's crazy. But I was still growing up in like the time where I was always outside with my homies, like riding bikes and shit, doing kid shit. But once I started getting like an iPhone, I started taking pictures of everything. I was like, damn, this shit's so fire. And I got on the wave with like Visco, and I was like, bro,
oh my god,
I was like, bro, these pictures look so fire with this filter, and I can just edit like the lighting, and that's really where I learned how to edit pictures on Visco.
Visco and Tumblr, bro, like really
shaped, they were hand in hand,
like a whole.
I was like most of my aesthetics come from these two apps.
Yeah, bro, I ain't gonna lie, I wasn't really big on Tumblr. I tried using it a lot. There'd just be so much like crazy, weird.
There was a lot of porn
on Tumblr. Okay, guys, let's be honest. There was a lot of
porn on Tumblr.
There's a lot of porn on Tumblr.
They got rid of all of it.
That's
what? All of it?
Dude, not all of it.
No, they got rid of they got rid of like 89% of the porn. That's a lot.
They lost so many people that were using Tumblr.
Because Tumblr was like, even though there was like a lot of boobies and dicks, both of them. Bro, this podcast is gonna be like flagged on YouTube.
Yeah, bro. I was like,
it's real shit.
All these.
It's real shit, right? Like, it's gone now.
Yeah.
And now people are like, these degenerates are like, well, I'm just gonna buy an AI chatbot girlfriend now. Like, that's what this shit's leading to, man.
Guys, is Instagram the new Tumblr?
No, Instagram is like the new like 4chan bit. Like people like I've literally seen a video of somebody getting hit by a bus like on Instagram. Like that nigga's like dead, bro.
I think Instagram is like a mixture of a bunch of stuff. I think
Twitter's
Instagram
crazy.
is just Instagram.
Twitter was the original one for.
Twitter's terrible.
I seen a guy get shot in the head on Twitter, and I was like, dude, on like a Tuesday at like 9 o'clock in the morning, I was like, fuck, dude.
Like, consuming all that stuff is dangerous, bro. Cause like, bro, I think like at some point, you know, like, I feel like at some point when Netflix was like releasing all these psychopath movies and stuff out, and it was like triggering something in like people's like minds, or like, oh, like, it's right, like you
violence
can't do it,
is okay.
like it's right there,
yeah.
And I you know, after that, like I think a lot of people like started to like how do you say it? Like be desensitized to things, and you know, it's so hard to like consume all that stuff and still have like a mind that's like.
Yeah, dude.
Straight, you know?
I was like, I honestly just feel in my own life, I feel just so like fucking like, I'll say things that I would have never said. Like,
yeah, and a lot of that does come from the generation of parents from before. And it's not all the parents' fault. Like some of this does come down to some people are just shitty people, but a lot of the content that this age group is consuming is mature content. Yeah. Bro, when I was a kid, one time I was talking to one of my friends on like Skype, but this was like back before like that shit was like normalized. But I remember like my parents like freaking like the fuck out. Now my brother talks to his friends on Roblox and it's like a normal thing, you know what I mean? So it's like a lot has changed.
Facts. That's a fact, bro. I mean, like one of our, you know, the best-selling games now is like what GTA and like Call of Duty.
Yeah.
It's all killing, like, you know. So and nowadays, like, it's so realistic that like, it's like, bro, it's like you're actually watching somebody die, you know, and then you're like desensitized.
Mm-hmm. But yo, didn't they just pass a law where like, yo, kids under 14 are not able to have social media, like in Florida?
Yeah, but I mean, how do you?
There's no. The problem is, once again, the parents own the phones, and I you know, I do a lot of IT stuff, so it's like, if you're not putting parental guidance on your kid's phone, if you're not establishing that, hey, there's crazy crap online, I just feel like that's not happening as much as it should, and that's why.
Yeah, you have free reign to go do it instead of there being like parameters and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but I think either way, like with parental, with any like. You can't protect, you know, your child
from everything.
Yeah,
you know, like,
I was like, dude, I learned some terrible things from kids that were in my
bro,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
I didn't have like a childhood where I was like, you know, I was like,
the face you made was
just like, I don't know, like, I didn't have like an eye on me like 24/7. Like I was out, you know, until like 3 a.m, like 11 years old, just playing manhunt with my homies, you know, just. Some days like not even come home and like, you know, the next day come back and my mom be like, oh, where were you? Like just with the homies, bro. And I would just be outside, bro. So like I was definitely exposed to shit. Like when I first saw like a video, I remember I was watching like Best Gourd, you know? And I was like, bro, I was like a jit. And after that I was like, bro, like it's like something like unlocked in my mind. It was like, bro, you could die like anywhere, anytime. Like the littlest thing.
You gain consciousness.
Bro, basically the like the
you're like
thing,
mortality.
just, like
me when I'm 13,
I saw a picture of this woman that like she fell off her bicycle and she broke her neck. Like, and she was like, the bicycle was still up and everything. She just fell. I was like, bro, that is crazy. So like, imagine just like riding your bicycle one day and like you just fall and like that's the last fall.
It's over, bro. It's just
like, bro.
No.
Have you heard of E-Bombs World? Do you remember that website? E-Bombs World?
Nah.
It was like it was like before YouTube, or like all the like ridiculous before YouTube? Before YouTube.
That's crazy. Yeah, nah. I was not.
Newgrounds?
I remember Newgrounds.
Yeah, Newgrounds.
I remember like
Newgrounds had like videos and shit too.
I had a MySpace, bro.
Bro, Y2 had really good games. Miniclip, bro.
Miniclip. Oh my god.
So crazy, bro.
This is a great interview. I'm glad we're getting into the real
the real thing.
Yeah.
All right, y'all ever played cool math games at school?
Hell yeah.
Sure. That's that one thing that wasn't
bro.
Run?
Bro.
Catch me on Run 2, bro. I'll smoke
Catch me on
any
Run
of you guys
3.
in the comments.
Did you ever play Run 3?
No, bro. Oh, dude.
You didn't play Run 3? That's crazy.
There was that one block game, bro, where you try to...
Blocksters, bro.
Blocksters. Is that what it was?
Yeah. Bro, welcome to the Palm Beach education system.
Reading counts.
Facts. I had so many points on reading counts.
What was your Lexile score, Ken?
Bro, I don't know, but I can read pretty fast, bro. I don't know if that's
really bring out like a Harry Potter book. Like,
Yo, read this shit.
yeah,
First chapter right
read
now.
one page of The Old Man and the Sea by Ernest Hemingway. But reeling it all back in. You know what I mean? Besides the mini clip, you know what I mean? And all that fun stuff.
Yeah.
With what you're doing now, you know, you said you're branching out into other stuff now. What do you see yourself doing in the next 5 years? Or maybe even 3. Well, let's say the next 3 years.
What's the plan for this year?
Yeah, well, the plan for this year. I don't know, bro. Honestly, my whole career as like a photographer has been just like going with the flow and seeing where it takes me. But I see it now, like I'm surrounded by a lot of like talented photographers, videographers, and I have this thing where like I always feel like I'm falling behind, and I need to like go crazier. But they're showing me like different things that they're doing, and I was just like, damn, bro, that's like the planning that you need to do to advance, because it's not just like you take fire pictures and that's it. Like you have to like put in mad work. At like you have to expect like no money like at all, bro. Like the whole time that I've been taking pictures, I probably made like $500, bro. Like honestly, because I mostly do candid shit, and I don't really like charging homies and stuff like that. Because most creative people that would want creative photography are other artists and
right,
just make connections.
Yeah. But
yeah, I don't know.
You care about the culture.
Yeah, I do care about the culture for sure. I tried to show everybody on my Instagram. You can go on there and like you can see like the amount of people that it could just be random ass people. And then
I was like,
right.
you have such a wide range of like it captures every section of the culture. Which I think, like you get the artists, you get the crowds, you get the back of house stuff, you get like the fashion, you get
he was dabbling in cars too.
Yeah.
I ain't
gonna lie, I was going crazy. I was going crazy on that, bro. But I think what happened was like, bro, it's like when you go to enough of them, it's just like, bro, like it's so risk. Like the risk you're taking is crazy, and like I know it's fun, bro. It's hella fun, especially when you go like to Miami or like different places. But at the same time, it's like, bro, I feel like I was growing out of it, Because I was like getting like mad close to the cars. I remember having a video where I was recording and he was coming around and I just went up real quick and like he passed, like he barely touches me. And then I had like my homegirl recording. Yeah, my homegirl was recording like the other angle and like doing the whole thing. I was like, bro,
you would have ended up on one of those websites.
Yeah, I would have ended up. I was like the POV and the third person. Crazy, they got me crazy on Instagram.
Jeez.
No, but
tail whip that boy.
Yeah, I got tired of that. But yeah, I do like I said, personality of people is like you can see it so clearly like day and night on my Instagram. Like they just show you who they are, and what you got on. It does matter, but you can really get a sense of a person, like how they are, and that's why everything is so candid.
Right.
All my pictures are like my energy. Like it's literally a part of me. Like I'm planning on doing prints, but I want to do large prints and have like the borders like illuminate. So like when you hang it up, the picture's like just like popping out.
Right. That's cool. That's cool.
But I want to do that. And once I do that, like you'll have like something like very personal, something that, like has a lot of thought into it. Even if it's like candid, like it's still like a piece of me, Like you said, like I take like maybe 4 or 5 pictures in a set, and they'll hit.
Yeah, I was like Ken has had some crazy shots. Like even not to toot my own horn, but some of the stuff that I had on my shit was all Ken for like a hot period.
Yeah, Grandma goes crazy, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Well, the times that I seen you perform, you're like, bro,
Yeah, I remember. I rocked the mask, the eye mask.
Yeah,
one
bro.
of the grunges dead.
Yeah, bro, that was love, bro.
Yeah, that mask was so fire. That had an impact. The mask. Can we talk about the eye mask?
That's a great,
honestly such
a great thing to lead into.
Yeah, that's such an iconic that's like really why I like was like, okay, this is a guy, bro. The eye mask, bro. Do you have
what
one?
happened?
Yeah,
What led you to make a mask?
I think
we're gonna put like post edit. We'll put like a fucking one of the masks
something somewhere.
But we'll show one.
But yeah, I mean, what led me to the eyes is like, bro, it's like that's something that's personal to me too. Like I know there's a bunch of designs with like eyes and everywhere, but I think to me, like I just grew like an attachment to the eyes. So it's like for me as a person, I can always like tell who's who. So I can like read people. So it's just like eyes everywhere, just like seeing like, you know, who's around you, where you at, you know, being aware of your surroundings, you know, just the energies that are around you, bro. Because, you know, you never know, bro. So you always have to keep an eye out.
Stay vigilant.
Yeah, stay vigilant. Yeah, that's literally it, bro. Staying vigilant at all times. So yeah, I mean, I believed in the mask like from the jump, bro. That's why as soon as I got it, I got like my arm.
Yeah, I was like, show that because that's just hard. He doubled down on his design, bro.
Yeah,
you got it tatted.
Eyes all over me on my arm.
Well, bring it up to so they can see the.
Oh, I got you.
Oh no, you're not. All right, fuck it. He's already up.
Yeah, get the eyes on.
Yeah. Watch the video on YouTube if you're listening to this on Spotify or Apple, so you can get the.
Hell yeah.
So you can see the eyes.
Yeah, and even then, I still focus on like you know what everybody would like, because one mask can be black and white and the other one can be like white and pink. There's like a bunch of different colors that people can like choose from.
Yeah,
and it just gives it that, you know,
you had some
personalization,
crazy colorways, dude.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah,
like orange and purple, and like teal and brown, and like just like stuff that like I hadn't seen in a while, and it was so cool. And like people rocking them at the show, when half the freaking crowd would be all in it. Dude.
Yeah, bro.
That's what I was gonna say earlier. So that's how I initially found out about you. Yeah. Anyways, but that's how I initially heard about you, was not through the photography, but through the masks, and then I was like, this dude makes hats, masks, and is a fire photographer. Who is this guy?
Yeah. Who is this?
Bro, there'd be mad people in the crowd be like, yo, where'd you get these masks that I keep on seeing? I'm like, yo, that's the boy right there.
Yeah,
like,
bro. Yeah, bro. I had a homie. I think one time we went to a bar in Fort Lauderdale. He was like, bro, you have a mask? I gave him one. Bro, we walked into the place, and like I think 15 minutes later, he's like, bro, this girl just came up to me. He's like, I like your mask. Bro, that boy got pussy because of my mask.
Off the top, bro.
Yeah, bro. You know,
genuine supporter of the arts.
Shout out to everybody that owns a mask and everybody that has them, bro. Because like, bro, that's love, bro. Anybody that has anything from me, bro.
Ken, do you remember the first time we ever hung out?
Yeah, I do remember.
With personal anecdote.
Yeah, I was like, because it was me, you, Cartel, and Meg.
Yeah.
And we all four had the mask on, and we went to the strip. And then I fell asleep in the section.
Yeah, bro.
I didn't hear about this.
I was so gone that night.
Yeah, I remember for some reason you were like, bro, I'm sorry you met me like this. I'm not like this. I'm like, bro, you're good, bro. You're chilling.
I was like, dude, I'm a little drunk right now. I got to go.
Facts. No, but yeah, that was a crazy night, bro. No lie. Yeah. Anytime with Cartel is crazy. Shout out Cartel.
I was like, big shout out. I was like, he goes by Jay.
That's a big homie.
I was like, that is big homie. I was like, can we give a little shout out to Jay? Can you talk about how you met Jay?
Yeah. Oh, bro.
I was like, Jay will be on the podcast eventually.
Eventually.
But when I met Jay, I kind of already like, we didn't know about each other. He definitely didn't know me. But it was at Sugar Plum. They were throwing like an event there because they were throwing there. But I saw him outside and I started chopping it up with him. And I think we instantly connected, bro. Because like they were like telling everybody to go inside. And he was just like, bro, like hop on my whip. And at the time, I think he had like the Impala.
Oh,
and, bro,
I remember that.
That shit was nice as hell. That shit was so fire. And we were just in that bitch talking for a minute, and I think from there on, it just sparked it almost like became brothers, bro. Because he looked like such a big brother to me, and you know, I was like a little brother to him. Like he was showing me the ropes, like meeting, like helping me meet like different people.
Yeah.
He was like, bro, I see so much of you, and like, you know, so much of me and you.
Yeah.
And like he's the person that introduced me to Filthy. You know, ever since then it was like, bro, downhill from there, bro.
Yeah.
I was like, every time I went to Filthy, I had to get something, bro. I love their brand so much. Shout out Jerry.
Yeah.
But Cartel, yeah.
I was like,
You got the Filthy on right now.
Yeah, bro.
I was
Always
like,
gotta represent Filthy.
you want to talk about some of your, because, you know, we talk about pictures and everything. You want to talk about some of your fashion stuff? Because, like, you have a brand, you be rocking cool brands, you be dripped out. I was like, we talked about the mask a little bit, but you got other stuff going on.
Yeah, I mean, right now I'm just trying to do more advertising for the mask and stuff. But, I mean, for fashion, I am trying to do more like jackets and shirts and stuff like that.
You've big on the accessories. You're gonna go for some main staple pieces now.
Yeah. I low-key, I do want to do that, but underneath a new brand. I'm starting a new brand that's for clothing only.
New brand alert.
Yeah, new brand alert.
First announcement.
Yeah, literally. I do want to do this brand just so I don't have like, it's cool to have like merch, you know, for like, you know, yourself or you know, whatever, but you also want to have something that's like you build up and then once it gets to a certain point, like you're just like, damn, like this is a income, you know, this is a source of income, and then you know that can like supply, you know, different things that you
Other
want to do.
ventures that you're doing as
Right.
well. Oh yeah.
Hello.
We have covered a lot of ground here. It doesn't even feel like that much time. One thing I definitely want to cover, what are some of your personal highlights of your career so far? Art pictures you've taken, events you've thrown, artists you've worked with, you know what I mean?
Oh, that's tough, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
You don't have to, it doesn't have to be like you're like, you know, in any order, you know what I mean? But just some moments that you really, that stood out to you.
I think I'm like in the moment at most of the time. So sometimes like it would just feel all the same, you know? Like it's just like, it's like, I don't know how to say it. It's just whatever, you know? It's cool because like you meet certain people, but like at the same time, like it's just like they're just human, you know? Just like
It's just life.
Yeah, it's just life, you know? Just take it. But I mean, there are definitely pictures that I'm just like, bro, these are so fire. I think most of my pictures now, I think that they're like so hard, you know? They're like so nice. But I think before, like, cause I started to like appreciate like my photography. But before I was like, bro, like I didn't even want to post that. You know, I hate that picture. I don't like it. You know, and like one picture that I hated the most, somebody like multiple people come up to me and be like, yo, that picture's so fire.
It's the imposter syndrome a little bit.
Yeah,
it's like that's I feel like a struggle a lot of people have. Like especially like even like trying to talk your own stuff up or like it takes a long time and a lot of like patience with yourself to be able to say like, nah, my shit's like hard. I was like my shit is worth looking at.
I take pride, but you still gotta be humble for sure.
You gotta be humble, but you also gotta know your worth.
You know like, I'm not gonna push somebody else down because I think or feel that my photography is better. You know, everything is
subjective.
Subjective for sure. Yeah. But you know, it's cool to be like, yo, like my shit is so hard, like I love it, you know.
I'm good. Fuck you guys.
Literally. But yeah, I mean, being humble and everything. But yeah, I think the Rob Banks one was the Rob Banks post that I just did. That was probably one of my favorite ones. It's like, bro, this is so hard. And then I think another reason why is because it was like, bro, like this has like one of the most like engagement that I had. And I was like, bro, like people fuck with it. Like, you know, I do it for myself, but also for like, you know, people, bro.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, I want to have, you know, some recognition and like what I'm doing is doing good. That's why I think I started doing photography for a minute. Yeah, because I was like, bro, like nobody cares, you know. You know, it's like I'm taking good pictures, but nobody really cares.
Right.
And you know, it took a lot of patience and like, you know, like what is it? I forgot what it's called, but yeah, it took a lot of patience to be like, yo, like everything has its time, and you know, you're gonna get there eventually.
Yeah. What? And this is a question we come back to like every episode.
Yeah.
There's a kid out there that's doing photos, maybe wants to get into a similar avenue, fashion, and be in a similar space, what do you say to somebody that's wanting to get into the lifestyle that you have? What are your comments or your thoughts or your advice?
Your message to the youth.
Yeah, I would definitely say stay consistent, you know, because even when you don't feel motivation, you know, you could just be consistent and that will push you out to be better. Don't be afraid to, you know, get out the box, you know, talk to different people. If you want to do photography for fun, you could do it for fun. But if you're doing it for, you know, that's what you love to do and that's what you want to do, then I'll definitely say, you know, meet as much people as you can, learn the basics, and then once you get the basics down, then learn, you know, things to personalize your pictures. And don't be afraid to, like, do different things, you know. Mm-hmm. Once you're starting in anything, like, you could fuck around, you know, do whatever you want. You know, because you're just experimenting, you're finding your style and everything.
Right. You can learn things from doing something else that you can incorporate to another style you do later or whatever. For
sure.
Like, 100%. Don't be afraid to learn techniques.
Yeah, bro.
Technique.
And if you want to be a photographer, don't ask other photographers what kind of camera they use, what lens they use. Like, and you can take pictures on any camera. Like, it doesn't matter what, like, old as fuck camera, like, anything. Like, I just got, like, an old ass VHS camera, and I'm doing perfect on that. Like, my camera is like I have a T5 and a T6. Like, those are old ass models, you know. I have old ass models, and, you know, all my pictures are from those two, and, you know, they're working fine, and I get. Yeah. You know,
you gotta find what works for you.
Yeah.
Don't let other people's thing be your thing.
Yeah. That's a big one.
For sure.
Is there any other questions that you have or any other topics that you want to hit?
Yeah, I was like, you guys have any like shout outs, any like just like thank yous or anything you want to say to the people?
Big shout out to HYS.
Big shout out HYS.
Hell yeah. Big shout out Micro. Yeah, Micro be going crazy. Yeah, shout out everybody, bro. I ain't gonna lie. There's so many names that, you know, I could go on and on forever. But, you know, it's all, everybody knows it's all love, you know. I don't have no hate towards nobody.
Facts. Mr. Kevin, do you have anything to say before we go?
Yo, I appreciate y'all having me here, bro. Like, honestly, it's a cool little vibe that y'all have, you know, with mostly good Americans. I'm not gonna cap just having like that West Palm like podcast. I haven't really seen much of that. Mm-hmm. So the fact that y'all giving people a platform to kind of like, again, talk about photography or, you know, whoever comes talk, that's raw shit.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Well, we are all here to uplift the city and continue to support artists. Thank you guys so much for tuning into the Mostly Good Americans podcast. I've been your host, Graham, with my co-host,
Azer Wind,
and our very special guest,
Kentakemypic,
and Kevin Solstice.
All right. Thank you guys again. We'll see you on the next episode.
Peace.
You.